Good afternoon and welcome into Mary's Kitchen. Of course, it's Christmas coming up in 2 more sleeps. Time for a bit of frivolity. And I might need to just get my glasses on here so I can see the recipe properly. Anyway, a lot of you have received your copy of Mary's Kitchen Cookbook. And thank you very much for all the orders that have come in. And I have been cooking each week a recipe from the book, and today I'm going to do the roasted red pepper and orange soup because there's nothing like Christmas. I'll just take these off so I can see a little better. There's nothing like Christmas to get everybody in a fluster, stressed out. So I think the really important thing here is preparation. So I'm making this soup up today, which will be used on Christmas Day. And it's a really easy soup. It's really, really colorful and hits the spot. Served wonderfully well with some lovely crusty bread. Who's on here? Hi, Kim and Victoria. Hi, girls. Anyway, you'll see I got my little Wiesel on here. He's my reindeer. He's got his little red nose. So he's my Christmas jumper. I don't buy Christmas jumpers because I think it's a waste of money. Anyway, I guess it's a little bit of fun. People have these Christmas jumper days and it's kind of fun. But anyway, this one's my Christmas jumper, my little Wiesel with his red nose on it, which I'm very happy about. Who's on here? Kim, how are you doing? Oh, I'm so happy you caught me live too. So a lot of you have received, if you haven't received your copies yet, my niece is still waiting. I sent them to her in Canada about 3 weeks ago, and she is still waiting for 3 books to arrive on her door. So I'm sort of judging her as my, but people in Australia, people on all sides of the United States and everywhere have already received them. Some people are still waiting. Please be patient. The mail is completely hectic. I don't know if you've had an opportunity to walk into your local post office lately, but they're crammed full of parcels. And of course, so many people aren't shopping anymore. They're using online. So the post offices are absolutely loaded with the parcels coming to you. And I'm sorry if my book is held up in there too. But once you get your hands on this, you're going to love it. The recipes in here are pretty easy, simple, and very easy instructions to follow. This is the roasted red pepper and orange soup we're going to make today. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a little tip, and we're going to cut out in the method here, there's 8 steps, and we're going to cut out 1, 2, 3, and 4, just by giving you a little tip. So anyway, I hope you're all looking forward to this. I'm going to get started because I need some time to cook my onions and my red peppers together in order to infuse the sherry. Of course, we're going to have a little shot of sherry in this. So first of all, I'm going to put about 6 tablespoons, and as you know, I don't measure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tablespoons of olive oil in there. And just put that on medium heat. I've got 2 onions chopped up here. You can use your mini choppers, which I strongly recommend a gadget for your kitchen. If you don't have it, get one. It saves a huge amount of time and cutting up items, especially like onions, that can make you cry if you're not wearing contact lenses. Fortunately, if you're wearing contacts, the onion doesn't come in contact with your eyes. So who's on here? Teresa. Hi, Teresa and Renata and Victoria. Hey, girls. Are you all ready for Christmas? This crazy time of year. That's why I like to get prepped up. So I start my prepping 2 days before, and then by time Christmas here, everything is pretty easy. I haven't got a huge, enormous turkey this year. I'm going to do my turkey, get it all ready tomorrow with all the... I like to take the skin away from the turkey, and I like to pack it with butter and lemon, and then I usually put smoked bacon on the top. So I'm going to put this... Let's get these onions going first. All right, I don't want to, just put your heat on medium. I'm using gas, so if you're using electric, just put your heat on medium. I hope you can see what I'm doing here. Got a lot of things going on. And we just want to saute these onions, but while we're doing that, I am going to tell you a wee tip. Now, 1 through 4 in the book is telling you how to prepare your roasted red peppers. Now, you can roast them in the oven for about 5, 10, 15 minutes. Put them in a plastic bag and the skins will come off very, very easily. But this is, you know, maybe we're going to be wasting about 20 minutes of our valuable time in the kitchen in order to do this. So here's your new best friend. This is your absolute new best friend. In a jar, roasted red peppers. Now I've just drained these ones, okay, so I didn't have to go over the sink and drain them while I was talking to you. Roasted red peppers in a jar. These are so simple. So we're going to use a jar and a bit of these. I'm going to keep a few of these roasted red peppers in a little plastic container because I am going to make a roasted red pepper hummus for tomorrow, just to have with crudities like celery, cherry tomatoes, some carrots, you know, courgette, whatever you want to put in there. I'm just going to slow this down a wee bit. I hope you like my party hat. Been at a few parties this week. I'm a little partied out, to be honest with you. I think it's time to put one's feet up and watch a Netflix series. What do you think? Hey, Carol Crawford, how are you? I was just out with Pat Hastings the other day, so that's exactly what I'm talking about. Jeanette Hunter. Oh, really? That's my girlfriend from Canada. Her and I are going off to do Route 66. Not next year, but the year after. We've got it all planned. Thelma and Louise. Route 66. Look out, mothers. Lock up your young sons. Oh, really? Jeanette? Anyway, she's one of my dearest and oldest friends. We holiday as much as we can together, and we have a lot of fun. In fact, we laugh far too much, and we don't say very much. We just laugh a lot. And I know she's got her kids there with her from Vancouver. So Jen, say hi to Katie and the baby. And I hope you all have a really nice time. And Suzanne, McNeil, Perry, hi, how are you? Jeanette, she's going, woohoo! Okay, so I have just saved you 20 minutes by telling you, and I'll tell you who does these is Lidl or Aldi's, and I know they're a growing business in the United States. If you get in there, you'll find these, but you should find them in any supermarket. So we're just going to take these. Now it's about 8 red peppers we're putting in here, and I'm just roughly chopping these and going to put them in here with my onions. Again, I don't really measure things because it doesn't really matter if you put 8 red peppers or you put 5 red peppers or whatever. It doesn't really, when you're making soup, change the taste that much. So I'm just roughly chopping these because at the end I'm going to put them use my Immersion Blender. And let's see. There's a little bit of liquid in here. I'm going to just put a touch of that into the soup as well with the sherry. There we go. We got them. And you can see they're beautifully roasted. You can see the little bit of black on them. So somebody's done all that hard work for you. You don't got to do it. All right? It's simple. And but in the instructions in the recipe in my cookbook, obviously I had to tell you how to do that just in case you can't get your hands on any roasted red peppers. So over here, I'm going to put a little touch of that nice liquid in there. And over here, I got another few more. I'm going to keep some of these in a container here because I need them for my roasted red pepper hummus tomorrow. And I think I'll just save 3. 3 of them will be enough. So that's my 3 for it. So I'm duplicating, multitasking on this dish. All right, using one of the items, and let me just chop the rest of these up. See how beautifully charred these are? They're gorgeous. All the hard work's done for you. It's wonderful. You don't have to do it. That's what I like. Simplicity. Simplicity and taste and flavor and vibrance and color. All of the above, especially at Christmas, right? So this is a really nice Christmas soup. And I've had some fun this week at various parties. Carol, you'll know about this. I was out with another friend, Pat Hastings, and another friend, Carrie Lee, and Lorna, and in fact, I have Lorna as my friend. She's just left for Thailand today. She's on a plane. She's jetting out of here. Don't blame her. Nice weather. There we go. Every last one out of there. Just wiping my hands. Anyways, I have her little dog sleeping on the floor here. I've got 3 huge dogs, and this thing is about as big as a pea. His bed is this big. My dog's beds are like this big. So it's quite funny, but you'd have laughed. Yesterday when I put the bed on the floor there, one of my big dogs decided he wanted to sleep in this little tiny bed. It was hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing. I thought, oh my goodness. Okay, so we've got our roasted red pepper in here, which we haven't had to roast because we just got them in a jar, and that was terrific. I'm not sure if you can find these, but I hope you can. If not, you'll have to get the long pointy peppers. You'll have to go through the whole process of roasting them and the process of putting them in a plastic bag and then taking the skins off and then taking the inner seeds out. This is all done for you, so you save about 4 steps on this. Now we want to kind of saute this with some sherry, and it's about 4 ounces of sherry, but you know I'm not going to be measuring this, so I'm just going to put quite a hefty amount of sherry in here. And I got Tio Pepe. Get a dry one, all right? This is a nice dry sherry. Don't put a sweet sherry in. Medium is okay, medium to dry. Very dry, very good. So just put that in. We're just going to let that sort of saute a little bit while we're talking. Good. Lovely. So you see how easy it is already. So we've got 6 tablespoons of olive oil in there. We've got 2 chopped up onions, which I used my chopper to chop up the onions. And I've got a jar and a half of roasted red peppers. And the only reason I've got a jar and a half is because I had some left over that I used for something else, and I'm going to use the rest of them for some hummus. So that's great. So our next couple of things that are going in here is 40 fluid ounces of vegetable stock. Now I just use good old Knorr cubes, vegetable Knorr cubes. You can buy gluten-free vegetable stock now in the supermarkets over there. You can buy them here in the pouches. In fact, I seen them last week, I think in Lidl or somewhere like that. They had the pouches already with their chicken stock or vegetable stock. So you can buy these things to make your life a lot easier. But this is easy too. You just boil some water, add your 2 stock cubes, and you've got yourself your stock here. We're also going to put in 5 fluid ounces of orange juice, but again, the measurement exact doesn't matter, because if the consistency is too thick for you, we're going to either add some more stock or we're going to add some more orange juice. So I want the rind from this, and also some of the rind. I use my lovely Pampered Chef grater. I love that. It's the best one ever. It's gorgeous. Anyway, we want to reserve some of the rind because we can use it for decorating the soup afterwards, if you want to do that. And I'm not going to reserve it just now because I'm going to decorate my soup in 2 days' time. I'm not decorating it today, but you can do that. You can drop a little tiny bit of cream swirl on the top, chopped up a little bit of coriander, because we are putting coriander in this soup. So we'll just do this. That calls for a rind of 1 orange. So I bought this orange very special just to show you today. Let's see. Let me get all the rind, because there's more rind in there. But don't get the white pith. Don't keep going down to the juice. You do not want that. You want a nice orange rind, okay? So that's really important. If you go down to the pith, you're going to get a lot of bitterness in there. You don't eat the you know, the rind off an orange or a lemon. So it's just the rind we want, just to give some nice flavor. Now, a little lovely friend of mine, Kathy Wilson, bought me this in Florida. It's a lovely little juicer, which I'm going to just, it's 5 ounces, and I thought, well, I'm not going to waste this orange. So I'm just going to juice that in here. Plus I need a little bit more time on my, there we go. There, that's perfect. I'll just get this back in its place again. Yeah, it's only gonna be about 2 ounces of orange juice here, and I'm gonna top it up with some Tropicana, real orange juice. Try and use the best ingredients you can, whatever you do. All right. Just gonna wipe my hands here for a minute. It's a bit sticky with the orange juice. All right, so that's, in fact, it's exactly 2 ounces. That's hilarious. I didn't know that. Anyway, I'm gonna need 5 ounces, so I'm gonna pour some more in. There we go. Okay, so we have our orange rind in here now. Oh, I love the smell of that sherry when it's cooking with the onions and the red peppers. Just to show you what that's looking like now. All right, we got some fluid in there. Now I'm going to put my vegetable stock. I'm not going to pour it all in. I'm going to reserve some because when I'm blending this soup up, and I'm going to put this orange. Oop, I put a wee bit too much orange in there. That doesn't matter. I'll just pour some in there. There we go. There we go. Let's just bring that to a boil. The soup is so fast and easy to make. Okay, we've been like 5-10 minutes now, but 5 of that has been me yapping. All right, so if you cut out the yapping, it's not going to take you that long. Who's on here? Hi, Lisa and Jane. Hey, Nancy. You're very welcome. Nancy just saying thanks for the demos. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Heather and Jane. Hey, Merry Christmas to all you girls. I hope you're all having fun doing your preparations with your family, etc. This is cilantro, and I'm just going to cut up this. This is going into my soup as well, along with some salt and pepper. Just take the rubber band off there. I don't think that is going to be very tasty in the soup. Hey, find the rubber band in your soup. Yeah, I don't think so, somehow. So that's my coriander. It's about 2 big tablespoons or 3 tablespoons there. Again, that doesn't really matter. I mean, you don't want to overkill on the coriander. And that is it. We don't need any salt because there is salt in those Nordic star cubes, so I don't put any salt in there. Okay. So I'm just going to let that just cook away for a few more minutes, and then I'm going to get my Immersion Blender, this is an Immersion Blender, and I know a lot of you have asked me to do a video on gadgets, which I promise you I will do. I'm just going to move this away, okay? I will. This is an Immersion Blender. This is another very exceptional piece of equipment. Very handy to have in your kitchen. And this is what I make my mayonnaise in. Immersion Blender makes really good, almost like 3-step mayonnaise. And the reason is it creates, when you're going into this, it creates a vortex and really mixes those ingredients up really well, so you get a really fast, quick mayonnaise. It turns out absolutely fabulous. And if you want to have a look at my blog, www.PremierCru.com, you'll see there's a nice mayonnaise recipe. Everybody loves a great mayonnaise, and when you make it yourself, everybody goes, ah, it takes so long. It doesn't take long. It only takes a few minutes to make it. And it's very simple to make, and having one of these makes the job even better, which you'll see in my article that I wrote on my blog about Let's Make Mayonnaise. All right, and you'll see how simple it is by using one of these things. So I'm just bringing this to a boil now. Now, is everybody getting their turkeys and things ready? Are you all having turkey? Or are you having anything else? Hi, Lucas. How are you? I got Martin's email address, by the way. Thanks, Lucas. Hi, Shelley and Jane. Oh, you're asking me about my knife. Well, I'm going to tell you, this knife I bought in the States. It never gets dull. I don't really know the name of it, but you can recognize it by the 5 holes in it. And it's great for picking things up because it's got a wee point here, but it's exceedingly sharp. But it never, ever, ever requires sharpening. I used to have about 10 of these in my restaurant. Love them because we were always cutting up vegetables and things like that. So absolutely first class. If you see them, they're not exceedingly expensive. I know, you know, most chefs like to buy really, really expensive knives, which I have sets of, many knives. However, this one is one in my kitchen that I would not do without. It doesn't exactly have a name. All I can tell you is that's what it looks like. It's got 5 holes in it and a point on the end. And you'll see them if you're looking around in shops and stuff in the United States. That's where I bought that. So it's exceptionally good. Soup's coming up to a boil now. Yay, yay. Let's see who's on here. Hi, Peter. How are you? Heidi, hi. And Jeannie. Jeannie, how are you doing? And Dawn. Costco. Are you saying Jane? You think maybe Costco? I'm not sure. I got mine at a market with a big, huge kitchen area that had a big sort of kitchen, which I love buying gadgets, so I'm always glued to places like that. In fact, I have an automatic magnet that just drags me over to the kitchen section. So anyway, I don't know if you could get it in Costco, but if you look around, because I've bought a lot of them over the years. Hey, Sandra, how are you doing? I know what you meant, Jane. Hey, Amy, how are ya? Okay, I think, oh my goodness, that smells so good. Let me just get I'm going to turn this down a wee bit, okay, because I'm going to use my Immersion Blender, and I'm just going to do it right in the pot here. Sorry about the noise, but we have to do these things. Now you see I didn't add all this liquid, and I purposely don't add all the liquid when I'm doing it because I always think you can add more, but you can't take it out. And this is looking really, really good. You gotta watch you don't splash. Don't lift the Immersion Blender out while you're working with it, okay? Or you're gonna have hot soup all over you and burn yourself. So don't do that. Just work gently in the pot. And you can hear it making a funny noise. It's cutting up all the roasted red peppers. I just like to show you from beginning to end, you know, even with the noise involved as well. I'm sorry about that. I think that's done. Maybe. No, we've still got a wee bit more. A wee bit more coriander to cut up. Remember, I call cilantro coriander, okay? I know sometimes my terms, but I try to reiterate what you understand it as. So I think that is about it. Let me just see if I have a soup thing here. I do. Oh, beautiful consistency. I don't need all that liquid. See, if you put more roasted red peppers in and you're making a bigger quantity, there you go. That's how simple that soup is. And I want to show you, if you put a little bit of orange rind on top of that, that's the bowl I had my onions in. We have to taste it, of course, don't we? The proof of the pudding is in the tasting. There we go. Roasted red pepper and orange soup. Look at all the steam. Let me just try this. Oh, that is so gorgeous. Oh, that is so lovely. You can put a little swirl of cream, put a little, you can put some orange rind on there, a little fresh coriander, however you would like to decorate it. You know, it doesn't really matter. Just make it look nice. And another little tip, because at Christmas you're eating so much, I mean, I've got soup on the go, I've got prawn cocktail on the go, I've got huge turkeys, huge amounts of vegetables, plum pudding, Christmas pudding. I don't know if any of you have had that, but it's a big tradition here, and brandy sauce. So it's a lot of food. So what I like to do with this, I like to get a little old-fashioned teacup and saucer. Just a little, yeah, let me just show you one. Here. And it doesn't matter if they're all matching, because it's even better if they're not matching. It's cute. With a smaller spoon than that. And I like to just fill that about 3/4 full, and that's just about as much soup as anybody needs before a big meal like that. It's just like a amuse-bouche. The French call it amuse-bouche, just to tantalize your taste buds, clear your palate, so you can get rocking and rolling with your big meal. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that today, and I love seeing all you girls. Lisa Johnson, nice to see you, and Diane, and Amy, and Laurie, good girls, lovely to see you. I hope you're all having a wonderful Christmas preparation. I'm going to be on tomorrow doing something else. I'm not sure yet. I wanted to do those caramelized tartlets for you, the red onion with balsamic vinegar. And they're in a little tart. They're beautiful to serve up at Christmas too, and you can prep them up beforehand with goat's cheese. So, hi Peter, nice to see you. Peter Harrison, nice to see you. Merry Christmas, Peter. Oh, Jane, you're very welcome. Hey, listen, girls, I'll probably be on tomorrow. I'll put a little note on Mary's Kitchen if I'm going to do if I get a chance to do another video. And if not, I'll do it on Boxing Day. But anyway, I just want to keep working through the different recipes in the book here, so you all get a pretty good idea. You've all been kind, supporting me with my book, and so I need to support you by showing you how to make these recipes and make sure that you make them correctly. But anyway, that's a super lovely soup. Serve it with some nice warm crusty bread. May I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and all the best for 2020. Remember the homeless, please. This is a very cold time of year. If you have any extra jackets, gloves, hats that you're no longer wearing, please hunt through your cupboards and hand them out. Peter Harrison, he did that for me because he walks along an area where there's a lot of homeless people. So I hunted out a whole bunch of old ski jackets and things like that. Hey, Kathy, nice to see you. Guess what I was using today, Kathy? My little squeezer. Here, Kathy, look. I got it here. Thank you very much for that, Kathy. So your little squeezer and your knife sharpener is getting a lot of work. That's for sure. And Lisa, hi. So may I wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas. Okay, spread the joy. And remember, if you see someone without a smile, give them yours. Okay, lots of love. See you soon.